Hi everyone, I'm Vicky for Wild Ginger Running, and this is my review of the Scarpa Infinity Spin Trail Shoe. Scarpa are a well-known Italian brand, well known for mountaineering, walking boots and general outdoor equipment, and this is one of their trail shoes. This is a size 6.5 and weighs 290 grams per shoe, and this shoe has a 4mm heel drop from 26mm to 24mm. Also has a Vibram Velux Cross sole, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly. So, as I've already said, this is a size 6.5. I generally take a size 6.5 in running shoes. I think this does come up a little bit big, and when I first put it on, I did wonder whether I'd have been better with a size 6. But actually, after running in it, it actually grits my foot really quite tightly, and the little bit of extra length didn't seem to be an issue, and I counteracted that by wearing a slightly thicker pair of socks than I would normally. But you might want to consider what socks you'd wear with this. If you're always running thin socks, you may want sort of a slightly smaller size. I think they come up a little bit big. This is a great all-round fit. It has quite a wide toe box here, not as wide as Altra's or anything like that, but certainly I felt that my toes weren't crunched at all. I have quite a narrow foot, and I could pull this very, very tightly. The laces do actually pull it quite tightly. But on occasion, I felt my foot move a little bit inside the shoe. And again, that can be counteracted with wearing slightly thicker socks just to pull that in around your foot. What I did notice is that the heel cup in the shoe fits really, really nicely and really does snugly fit around your heel to give you a really tight fit here. So the laces are quite flat and they don't really have any stretch in them, which is probably quite a good thing. There is a lace pocket here, which the shoelaces can tuck in underneath, which means that they're far less likely to come undone when you're running. And I think that's one of the advantages of having the shoelace pocket, is that it does tend to stop the rain getting in and stop those shoelaces working themselves undone. So that's a real plus for me. Inside the shoe, there is a liner. It's kind of a one-piece upper, as you can see there, to stop any debris sort of creeping in to the shoe also, which was also a really nice touch. And again, I didn't have any issues with that. This is one of the most comfortable shoes that I have ever run in. I could run for miles in this. No blisters, no rubbing on the arches, as you can get with some trail shoes. Didn't need any breaking in at all. This was straight out the box, straight on my feet, and has felt comfortable ever since. This is a trail shoe, and therefore limitations you will see if you're running on fells and you're going on tussocks and things like that. You will feel sort of, that this is more of a, not clumpy, but more of a thicker shoe designed for trail. Saying that, as you can see, it's got a really thick sole, which means that you can run in this for hours at a time and you will not get sore feet. It's an incredibly comfortable shoe. If you're running from the road to the trail, you'll also see that this has a really nice sort of grippy sole there. It's not got deep lugs because it's not designed obviously for fell, but when I encountered mud on the trail with this, the sole handled it perfectly. And again, I didn't find this sole slippy on rocks and things like that. This shoe I have worn for about 100 miles, actually probably more than that, probably about 200 miles, and I've worn it on a mixture of terrain. It's incredibly comfy on the road, and I would run in this as a road shoe. If I wasn't racing, just from going out doing a recovery run, this would be a really nice shoe to use. I've also used it on trail, and again, running around reservoirs or through woods and things like that, it's a perfect shoe choice. The longest run I've done in this is about 16 miles, and again, incredibly comfortable, no problems with my feet at all, and it remained comfortable throughout the run. I have worn it on the fells just because I like to give everything a test, and as I said, you know, it worked pretty well, had good grip, just a little bit of rolling on my feet as you're moving over tussocks and things like that, but that's to be expected. It's a trail shoe and not a fell shoe. The durability of this shoe, one of the things I noticed when I took it out of the box is it looks really solid, and it looks like it will last, and I think that's one of the things that we want when we're buying shoes. I think the shoe's £130, and you know, you want good value for money, you want it to last. I've put quite a lot of mileage on this shoe in a lot of rain recently, as it seems to have rained non-stop, and there's just a little bit here where there's a little bit of the rubber sort of coming away, but that's not making a hole or anything, that's just sort of peeling back a little bit. I can't see that going through to a hole. I think that's probably just where I'm quite hard, where my feet bend on this particular shoe. It's in a great colour, it's vibrant, it's sturdy, it's well made, and I think this is an excellent all-round trail shoe that I would go out and buy. I was really impressed by this. I've had Scarpa products before, mainly mountaineering equipment, but I'm really impressed with their trail shoes, and I think I'll definitely buy some more and give some of their other varieties a try as well. And now for the verdict. At £130 direct from Scarpa online, it's a sort of average to low price trail shoe, and I think with this shoe you're getting incredible durability, incredible comfort, which is definitely what you'd want if you're pursuing longer distance races, multi-day races and things like that. For something like the Lakeland 50, Lakeland 100, I would think this would be the perfect shoe. Also, one of the other races I thought that this would be really good for is the Yorkshire Three Peaks. A lot of the Yorkshire Three Peaks race is on trail to road, and actually very little of it is actually on fell, so this would be a really good trail shoe for that race and things like that. So would I buy it? Definitely, and it is a shoe that I reach for an awful lot. I've got loads of trail shoes and I have my favourites, and this has definitely worked its way into my collection as one of my favourites that I reach for frequently when I leave my house.